Now, what was your childhood like? Because you grew up in Orlando. Like, was it a cool situation? Was it a struggle?
My shit was straight. My childhood was good. You know what I'm saying? I was living as a child. I was just getting sent back and forth from Orlando in the Virgin Islands, because that's where I'm from. I'm from the Virgin Islands.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? The British Virgin Islands. So I was getting sent back and forth from my dad and my mom, you know what I'm saying, for just doing like little bullshit in school, fighting all the time and just, rebelling. So that's how that shit was. But as I got a little older and shit, cause like my people wasn't struggling, you feel me? We weren't rich at all, but we definitely, like, anything I needed I had, you know what I'm saying? But it's like as I got older and I started wanting certain shit, it's like we couldn't get that, you know what I'm saying? So that's when it's like, it's a different ball game, you feel me?
So you from the Virgin Islands?
Yeah.
And y'all moved to Orlando?
Shit. It's kind of a long story, but like I was born in Orlando, you know what I'm saying? But all my people from the Virgin Islands. My mom from St. Croix, my dad from Tortola in the British Virgin Islands.
Mm-hmm. What is it like in the Virgin Islands? Like living there?
Like living there, you said?
Yeah.
Shit. Living there, I ain't gonna lie, that shit be a struggle. Living there is a struggle, because it's like, you got to select few people that got it going good, you feel me? But the majority of people is like, we just getting by type shit. But vacation, of course, that shit, beautiful. You know what I'm saying? You pop out because the city, it's beautiful. The island beautiful. You know what I'm saying? Everything gorgeous. You get what I'm saying? Beaches, all that good shit. But when it comes to making a living down that bitch, you gotta be doing something.
Right. And they speak English over there?
Yeah, they speak English, Spanish, patois. You know what I'm saying?
Right. So when did you start rapping?
Shit. I started rapping I was could put words together and shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, since I was like fucking legit, like 5, 6 and shit. I was making songs and shit, you know what I'm saying? But I ain't started taking it serious till like 2 years ago, if even that, you know what I'm saying? But it's like I thought it was taken serious, but I was like rapping for niggas in school and shit like that, rapping for hoes and shit. And folks would be like, I'm that nigga that can rap, but a nigga ain't never really dropped none, you feel me? Mm-hmm. So that's why, like, I ain't been blurred, you know what I'm saying? But once I start putting the work in, that shit happened down there instantly, I ain't gonna lie. Like, once I start showing people that shit, I remember I did, like, my first freestyle had went down there viral on Say Cheese too, you know what I'm saying? So that shit, ever since then, it was like, boom, I could just do these freestyles instead of like, cause I was trying to drop shit too. I was recording myself. I've been recording myself since I was like fucking 11 years old, you know what I'm saying?
Who taught you how to do that?
My dad had taught me how to do that. Like, he used to be giving me, like, he had got me FL Studio, and then he had me recording on like Adobe Audition. This like, what year this was? This like motherfucking 2009 or some shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, this way back, 2010 type shit, crazy. So, he had me doing that, you feel me? And, just focusing on my craft like that. That's how I got into recording myself and shit like that. So.
Yeah. So you didn't have to worry about the studio time and having to pay for all the bullshit. You could just do that shit wherever you was at.
Yeah, but that shit wasn't easy at all, though. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I wish I could afford studio time, you feel me? I really only did that shit because, like, I couldn't afford that shit, you feel me? So, yeah, that shit was a struggle, though, bro. Like, learning that shit, bro, that shit used to be stressing a nigga out. Like, I know there's a lot of rappers that be recording they stuff. They know how stressful that shit is. You know what I'm saying? Like, trying to get, and then especially if you're a perfectionist, that shit get you hell for real. You feel me? But I be going dumb on that shit. Now, like, I'm better than most of the engineers I meet in the studio. These niggas be ass.
Yeah. So you still don't go to the studio?
Nah, I recorded Ashley Head at the studio, but I recorded it myself.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So like, no engineer. Like, I'm sitting in the chair. You know what I'm saying? Brought the mic out the booth and I'm rapping in the mic, recording that bitch. You know what I'm saying?